Good morning. Happy Tuesday. Blessings to you all. It is the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. And it's 8:30. And that means it's time for a little tea and wild thoughts. Good morning, my love. I hope you are doing well, ready for Thanksgiving, girl. Just getting the vibe right, as I always do. Yeah, feeling pretty good this morning. Like I said, it is the Tuesday before the holiday. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Hope everybody's feeling blessed this morning. You may be watching this at a later date and time on my YouTube channel. So please like, share, subscribe. Yes, I'm so happy to see you have your energy in the conversation and the live. You know, I take all the good vibes I can. Lighting a little Palo Santo for us this morning. Can also check out, I have Palo Santo, good morning love, Palo Santo in my energy clearing kit that is in the self-care store. I'm going to show you my chakra spray, orange blossom water, lemongrass, sweet orange oil, clary sage. Like to keep all my vibes together. This is going to help. It smells amazing. Yeah, check out everything that's in the self-care store. You can also come and check me out at Essential Aesthetics and Laser in Charlotte. You saw my little picture that I posted yesterday. All my little beauty queens that I hang out with and work with. You know, I was just looking this morning at these little spots here on my chest. Good morning. And I've been getting some laser to lighten all that up. And so, like, it's such a blessing to have access to all this amazing skincare that we have and the laser and the treatment. So come and see us for anything that you need in your beauty goals, because we will get you right. You can also sign up for my mailing list at the link in my bio. Hopefully that's not, I was getting a text. Sign up for the mailing list. Keep updated with everything that I have going on. Yeah, I think that's all the little housekeeping that we're doing. I'm also drinking this blue plum tea from Great AF Chocolate. It is a vegan, algae-free chocolate company. She also does these chocolates with amazing herbs in them, and she makes tea, and it is so good. It has like butterfly pea flour and corn flour and like all these amazing herbs. So yes, come to a birthday facial, sis. We'll get you right. Good morning, Miracle. I love you. Yeah, hey Tracy, come through. We're gonna get you the gua sha. We're gonna get all the birthday treats. Yes, I would love to treat you to something special for your birthday. Come through, sis. Come through. So very quickly before I jump into the whole of the conversation, I wanted to just talk about something that popped in my head this morning about commitment versus discipline, right? Like, you know, I was just thinking this morning that, you know, commitment, tea and my thoughts, the gua sha is amazing. Yes, 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 yes. And I love doing it. I love treating all my loved ones to these beauty therapies, if you will. It's way more than just skincare. You know, that stuff radiates from the outside, but just having that time is just what I love to do. Beauty is my thing. Okay, so commitment versus discipline. You know, Tea and Wild Thoughts is something that I'm committed to. It's not that I have to do it. And so I was writing that, you know, showing up for things that serve you. Like commitment is kind of showing up for things that serve you. Our relationships, things that we are committed to, versus discipline, which is doing things whether you feel like it or not. Even when I thought about, you know, acting up as kids or acting up here, even as adults, we get disciplined, right? You know, there's some type of penalty. But I think commitment has a much more positive vibe to it, and it's showing up for something that is serving you. I was having a conversation with my man yesterday, and he was saying, I'm committed. I said, oh. it's interesting. I'm like, okay, that's a word that I have to really get used to playing around with a lot more. Anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. I'm bouncing back and forth. So we did the red lip event last week at that was just something to ponder on. Feel free to give me your feedback on that. The red lip event last week, you can check that out on my Joy Taught Me page. We had a really good time just showing women red lipstick, introducing them to the concept. We also had our Thanksgiving brunch on Sunday. It was really, really nice. We was country clubbing up. I think commitment takes discipline. I'll ponder on that. I'll ponder on that. I tend to think that, discipline, when you think about like a child being disciplined or us being disciplined, it has a penalty or something that, but I guess there is a penalty, if you don't stay committed to something. I'll have to keep tossing it around. The thoughts are wild. That's why I do this. So, but good point. And so the Thanksgiving brunch is something we did on Sunday. Had a really good time. And I was just thinking, you guys know that I have a lot going on with taking care of my dad and just trying to run these businesses and trying to do things like Tea and Wild Thoughts and keep the presence up. And brunch may seem like a frivolous thing to a lot of people, but that was something that I really decided, like, no, I want to go to brunch because that's stuff that Joy likes to do. It's a part of who I am. It's genuinely something that I enjoy. It's a small thing, for me. And my dad is actually having surgery again on Wednesday. So the day before Thanksgiving. This week was going to be hectic. And I was just like, you know what? No. Like, I really want to do something that is purely for myself. And I am worthy of this time. I am worthy of doing something and taking some moments that are specifically for me. So I made sure that I did that. And that, again, in that commitment to me building these relationships that are serving me. I'm choosing these relationships that are serving me and things that are serving me and things that I enjoy and things that I like in the midst of having to deal with life. That's an important balance. An important balance to have. And yeah, I had to discipline myself to stay committed to it. If I didn't, kind of train myself in other moments to just kind of get up and do things whether I felt like it or wanted to or not. I'm not sure I would know, how to show up for myself, to be disciplined in showing up for myself, because their damn show is a penalty for not showing up for yourself. So essential, right? So, with all that said, the thing that kept popping up for me over the last week or so is worthiness. And how many times and examples I have been shown to just kind of think about that, and how often we miss opportunities, to have exactly what we want because we feel unworthy. I was having a conversation with someone about, me going to this country club for brunch. And, they started referencing Get Out and all this stuff. And I'm just thinking, like, no shade. Like, again, as the black female experience, I got 30% ratchet, but Joy is bougie. Joy is she like bougie things. It's not about labels. It's not about any of that, but I love great food. I love to sit out, on a balcony or a porch somewhere and yes, have a glass of champagne or some delicious food. It's not about being served anything, but just the time in the mental space to enjoy these type of things. And yeah, I'm worthy of that. Like, all my space and time does not have to be filled up being subservient to other people. I think it's important. So I realized that as a Black woman in American society, the simple concept of worthiness is a revolution. Like, and yeah, there were some people who worked there, people who were just kind of looking at me like, okay, girl, but I didn't feel, I could care less, whether they approved of my being there. It didn't have anything to do with that. Like, it's the simple knowing, yes, you are worthy. Like, the simple knowing that I deserve this shit. I deserve every single bit of what's coming to me. I deserve everything that I want. And I'm just speaking about myself, but again, I've also had to create a circle, an environment, a lifestyle of being around people who also feel worthy. And at this point in my life, I don't care, whether their skin color looks like mine. Like, that's not the deal. It is really about just like an inner knowing and embodying that we've all been through things, we've all experienced things, and we have our own cards, that we gotta play. But we are born worthy. That is something that my man and I were talking about last night too. Just, we go through all these family things. We have so many different situations, right? But to just start embracing, especially those of us who are in the church, like the Bible's constantly telling us, we are worthy. We are born worthy, beyond circumstance, beyond who your parents were, what happened in your life, where you got born. You are worthy simply because he wants you to be here in this world. So I'm gonna get off that little soapbox real quick. But yeah, so just thinking about worthiness and how many times, again, we pass up the opportunities to have exactly what we want because we don't feel worthy. Society hands us this criteria of things that should make us feel valuable, right? Like, even as a woman who's 39 years old, who's unmarried, who doesn't have children, society is handing me this bag like, you don't have these things and you're not worthy. Shitting me. Like, and deep down on the inside, I don't feel that. I feel very happy. Like, I feel like I'm doing a lot of the things that I want to do, and the things that, again, even something as simple as going to brunch on a Sunday, having time to do that, having the mental space to sit there and enjoy that. I enjoy my life, so it's interesting too when people who are conditioned try to hand you these reasons why you should feel unworthy. Again, it's a revolution to just kind of stand there and be like, I don't give a fuck about that. Like, I'm cool. And yeah, nothing that you have is making me feel less than. I was thinking, and I wrote this down later, but to that point, there are some people who literally the way that they feel worth is to keep people around them who they feel better than, or their sense of worth is to constantly be in comparison with someone else, and that's the only way they know, that they are, that there's worth there. And I will liken that to, you think about flowers. Like, okay, if some roses are growing beside some freaking azaleas over there, I mean, the rose is the rose and the azalea is the azalea. Is it not? Like, it's not the comparison of the two flowers. They both are exactly who, what they are. So it doesn't always have to be a comparison. Like, looking out into what is going on in the world doesn't always have to let you know that you're worthy. And so, a lot of times I'm seeing people who are so angry about, what a Trump supporter thinks or what, you name it. What, I'm offended. Why? It's just so much extra energy that just doesn't. I mean, of course, I have little things that irritate me, but the more that I have gotten into this space of self-love, and it sounds cliche, but I really don't be caring what other people are doing. I really don't. I'm so tuned into the things that I love and the things that I enjoy. And again, it's amazing how society tries to make you feel bad for doing that. Like literally the concept behind a lot of black women is that we should be sacrificial all the time. And if you out here doing things for yourself and wanting things for yourself and actually having the bandwidth to go get them, something must be wrong. Really? I think not. So, I was saying that society hands you this criteria of things that are supposed to make us feel valuable. And then you look at the people who have a lot of these things and see they have no peace. Like, y'all still angry though. But you still, which is not a judgment, it's just an awareness. It's like, but I thought those things were making you happy. Oh, okay. And so, something else I was thinking about this morning is like, nobody owes us, nor do we owe anyone their trauma, like their unprocessed trauma. A lot of I'll speak for myself, a lot of my feelings of unworthiness has so much to do with my mother and my family's approval, acceptance, adoration of me and who I am. And then I've just come to this space recently with my mom, who I love. I think she has done the absolute best that she can, but there's her own limits in her own spaces that she just could not get above. So here I am wanting this approval of someone who doesn't see themselves as worthy, and there are many reasons why that is. It's not just that, she is a terrible person and she feels like shit. Like, it's not like that. Society, once again, she grew up in a society that didn't have, people that looked like us. There wasn't a Kamala Harris. There wasn't this is Jim Crow era. This is a lot of circumstances that again, just don't make you feel worthy when you can't even walk into the same place as somebody who has a different skin color than you do. I can imagine you have to fight. You have to fight for your worthiness. You have to fight to keep telling yourself that you belong here, that you deserve this, that you deserve everything that you want. When the whole society is telling you, no, your space is over here. And it's less than, and it's darker, and it's poorer, and it's, So I've just had to really let go of, again, like needing that approval to feel worthy and to feel like I deserve, good morning, that I deserve everything that I want, in my life. Because a lot of things that I want, she doesn't value. She doesn't value. And that's okay. That is okay. Unfortunately, and the way that shows up, just to, in case anybody's thinking on that, it limits a lot of our conversations. It limits the capacity that we have to just, have pleasant conversations about the things I got going on. Like, yeah, I'm doing this. Like, she's not really excited. She's not, she can be very critical of them. She can very easily inject her fears into the things that I'm doing. So again, when I say like that we, even in the comparison, like just be careful of, even in that moment of worth, like, yeah, I deserve this, and you're sharing it with someone close to you, it's very easy for them to project their unprocessed trauma onto you. The things they're scared of, the reasons they don't feel worthy of it, the reason they wouldn't spend the money on it, the reason they wouldn't. Before you know it, you're not even doing and embracing the things that you wanted. Do it. Own it. Do it by yourself if you have to. I had on my the self-care store page, I asked a question Sunday and saying like, okay, you wake up, there's a picture of this girl in a bed completely by herself. You wake up and there's no kids, there's nobody. You're by yourself. You have the whole day to yourself. What are you doing? What you gonna do? And again, no judgment. One lady, bless her heart, she said she was gonna make bags for the homeless. Okay. That's admirable. It really is. But once again, this time is completely for you. It's just for you. Like, it's okay. It's okay to just for that time to be for you completely. Like, what do you want to do for yourself today? That was the question. So anyway, envy, judgment, self-loathing, anxiety, depression, they all come from the space of looking at an experience or someone outside of ourselves and placing a higher value on it. And again, you already have to know where your value is to even place the higher value. Remember, I was saying roses compared to azaleas, like they're both, it's not the one is any better than the other. Someone might have a different preference for one, but that doesn't make it any less valuable. We are worthy of placing ourselves in the right relationships and environments to have what we want and what we need. I know, again, I got to a place where I wasn't feeling valued. I wasn't feeling, I definitely didn't feel like, others saw saw me the way that I saw myself. And I didn't feel like, again, that I couldn't be committed to something that wasn't serving me. So I had to switch it up. Be willing to do whatever you have to do. Move, leave, end it. Plant yourself in the soil that is going to make you flourish. It's going to make you grow. You got to do it. Got stuff. So, and we are worthy of taking away whatever excuses we make. I don't care what it is you want. You need to, again, how can you get it if you don't feel worthy of it? It's not going to happen by osmosis. You don't even feel, if what you want is a high-end label, you got to feel worthy of having it first. Even if what you want is a freaking Ferrari, you got to feel worthy of having it. What you want is a man, a family. You got to feel worthy of having it. And then You have to embody all those things that allow you to have what you want, which is why you have to place yourself in the environment so that you can see what it looks like. I don't know. It seems so simple to me, but I do see that people struggle with it. So I'm just doing my part to speak on it. Sometimes you got to speak. I always say, I got one on YouTube, speak to the spirit. You got to speak to the spirit. Because it's really not about proof or acceptance or approval at all. It is simply about knowing that you, by yourself, the way you were born into this world, not you with a nose job, not you 20 pounds lighter, even though that might help, not you with some makeup on, not you with longer hair, not, period. You are worthy of having what you want. And it won't be without your contribution at times, even your sacrifice, but it does not require your martyrdom. Meaning, you don't have to kill yourself for it. I mean, because then you ain't here no more. Nope. It's not about working yourself to death. And that's again, when I say just being a black woman in society and knowing that I'm worthy is a revolution. How many of us have sacrificed to the point of having absolutely nothing? Kermit said amen and amen again. I listened to the sermon on Sunday. Yeah, it was awesome. It was in alignment with, these thoughts that I was having. I didn't get to comment on it because I was literally driving back here. And also this week I kept thinking too about, the amount that I go back and forth and the things that I do. I'm going to try to go to the gym after this. I'm not even going to have time to cook for Thanksgiving. But there's a lot that I want in this life. And so within these 24 hours, I have to show myself, I have to show God that I have the capacity to handle all of it. And so, yeah, I'm worthy of going to the gym to keep myself healthy and well, not because I want to look, because I like the way that's how I want to look. I mean, it takes my contribution. It's a word, good, it takes my effort. It takes me participating in it. It ain't gonna happen by osmosis. It happens with my effort. And just because I have these things going on, life handed me some things that I have no control over. But I learn, and then I take what I'm learning and I share it as much as I can so it has purpose. Ain't nobody got time to sit around here and be miserable and then finding other people who want to compare themselves with me, and I don't need no miserable company. Somebody tried it last week. Girl, leave me alone. Nope. I'm happy for everybody who getting what they want, as long as that's what you want. If you don't want it, now I need you to be doing something. Can't call me. Nope. I ain't got no time to sit around complaining with you all day, because I'm doing what I want to do. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and share the wild thought of the day. The need to prove, justify, or defend yourself is rooted in the value you put in someone else's perception of you. There are times where it's absolutely necessary, critical even, as so many... Wait a minute. Okay, sorry. And so many times when it simply is not. It's up to you to discern the difference. And so that means, again, there are moments where it might be a matter of life and death, where you need these people to perceive you to not be a threat. You need this to be perceived that this is safe. That makes sense. Okay, I need to prove my innocence, or I need to prove, again, that I'm not a threat here. But everything ain't a life and death situation. Like I said, these things about anxiety, depression, It's just up to us to know that basically if I walk into a space full of people who don't look like me, as long as they ain't putting their hands on me or doing nothing that's gonna challenge my life. Good morning, my love. Doing something that's going to take my life. It ain't that serious. I could care less whether they approve. I'm here because I deserve to be here. And it's really that simple. You know, I'm going to get this food because I want this food. You know, our ancestors, all these people who have paid the price before this, got us here to feel worthy. To know that we are worthy of experiencing all the things. Good morning. So go get it. Go get what you want, whatever it is. Do what it takes. Do the research. Commit to it. Plant yourself in the soil that is going to make you flourish. You are worthy. That's what I need you to know today. All right. Well, I have to take Dad to dialysis today. It's a busy week. It's a lot going on. It ain't nothing new. But I'm wishing all of you a happy Thanksgiving. I hope that you enjoy your families. You are blessed to have families that you are close to, if that is the case. And if not, I empathize. And it's not the end of the world. There's lots of things to be grateful for and that are a blessing. Again, we are still worthy no matter what. So find a way to get what you want. That's all I can say. I hope you all have a beautiful Tuesday. YouTube, like, share, subscribe. If you ain't on my YouTube channel and you haven't subscribed, then I would highly recommend that you do that. The link is in my bio. All right, y'all. I love y'all. Have a wonderful day.